Mga kapatid, kung kayo po ay nasisiraan ng loob ngayon, I want you to remember this. Memorize this. Repeat this when you are discouraged, when you are depressed, and when you are ready to give up. Remember this saying that a winner is a loser who tried one more time. Ang ganda po nun, no? Sino ang nanalo? Sino ang nagwagi? Siya yung bigo, pero minsan pa sumubok. Kung handa ka ng sumuko, magpahinga ka lang. Huminto, pero wag kang bibitaw, wag kang aalis, wag kang uurong. Hindi mo alam, kapatid, baka sa isang pagsubok mo na lang, panalo ka na. Ang sabi nga, some closed doors are not locked. You just need to push them. Kala mo nakasara ang pintuan? Kala mo sinasabi sa'yo, hindi. Pero hindi mo pa naman sinubukan na itulak ito. Kung susubukan mo lang, kung gagawin mo lang, kung didiretso ka, hindi pala nakakandado. Oo, sarado, pero kailangan mo lang itulak ito. Not all closed doors are locked. Tandaan niyo po yan. Hindi ibig sabihin pag sinabi ng Panginoon na hindi ay hindi talaga. Sinusubukan lang tayo ng Diyos. Tinitingnan lang niya kung gaano kalakas ang ating pananampalataya. Gusto lang talagang makita ng Diyos kung talagang gustong-gusto natin. That is a good question. Are you pushing? Are you trying? Diba? Ang push ay acronym PUSH. Ibig sabihin, pray until something happens. Do you keep on praying? Do you keep on trusting the Lord? Tandaan niyo po, walang nananalo na sumuko. Tingnan niyo po sa Biblia. Kung kayang sumuko si David, de sana nanalo si Goliath. Kung sumuko kaya itong si Jose na pinagbili ng kanya mga kapatid, de sana nakakulong pa rin siya doon sa kulungan. Hindi siya naging kanan kamay ng paraon, ng Pharaoh. Kung sumuko si David, hindi siya naging hari. Amen? Kung sumuko itong babae, itong nanay na kung saan nakikiusap na paalisin ng Panginoon ang demonyo na sumapi sa kanyang anak, sana hindi gumaling yung kanyang minamahal. Mga kapatid, pagpasuko ka na, sabihin mo lang sa iyong sarili, one more try, one more try, one more try. Pag nasisiraan ka na ng loob, sabihin mo sa sarili mo, sige pa, sige pa, sige pa. Pag parang ayaw mo na, sabihin mo, push, 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 pray, pray, pray. Kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan, kaya mo yan. Kasi sometimes in life, you also need to become your coach, your cheerleader, your motivator. Tayo na nga yung nakikidigma, tayo na nga yung nakikilaban, tayo na nga yung nakikipagsapalaran. Pero pag wala sa labas na nagpapalakas sa iyo, nagtutulak sa iyo, ibig sabihin, nasa loob mo na. Dahil huwag nating kalimutan, nasa loob din natin ang banal na Espiritu. Remember that, my dear friends? When nobody outside is pushing you, encouraging you, helping you, the help that you need is already in you. Nasa iyo na ang tulong. Maniwala ka. Nasa iyong banal na Espiritong nagpapalakas sa iyo, nagtutulak sa iyo. Tandaan niyo po, dahil sa kakasubok mo, magwawagi ka rin at ibibigay sa iyo ng Diyos ang pagpapala na hinihiling mo. Tanungin niyo din po ang iyong sarili bago po kayo sumuko. Ano kaya ang itsura ng buhay ko kung hindi ako susuko? What would become of my life if I keep trying, if I keep pushing, if I keep fighting?
Good afternoon, everyone. We are LCCians here to help you understand that beautiful homily by Father Joel. Let's start off with what homily means. Father Joel encouraged us to persevere despite life hardships, reminding us that we are never alone because God is always with us. Challenges are part of our journey and can make us stronger when faced with faith and hope. Every step forward, no matter how small, has meaning when we trust in God's timing and plan. Let's ask some of our listeners on how these homilies impact them. Good afternoon, Naomi.
Good afternoon po.
Based on the video that you watched, how do you interpret Father Joel's message about why giving up is never the right choice?
According to Father Joel, giving up is never the right choice. It is never right to give up because all you need to do is rest. All you need to do is pray to God and ask for guidance. Giving up will never be the right choice. Trying again and again is the right thing to do. According to Father Joel's homily, you never know which attempt will be your success. Pause but don't give up, because you might succeed the next time you try.
Which part of the homily, his explanation or example, stood out to you the most and why?
For me, the part of his homily that stood out the most is when he said, "Kung handa ka ng sumuko, magpahinga ka lang." This really stood out for me because it serves as a motivation for the people who are currently struggling with their life. It also serves as a reassurance that whenever you feel tired, whenever you feel like giving up, you can take a rest and try again once you're ready.
In your personal life, how will your actions or mindset change if you fully believe that God is with you during every challenge?
In my personal life, my mindset would change if I fully believed that God is with me during my challenges. If I believed in that, I would feel more safe and relieved knowing that God is always with me and that He can see my struggles. I would feel better since someone is actually there for me, supporting me, and is pushing me to become better every single day.
How can the message of not giving up help you handle a current problem you're facing in school or at home?
The message of not giving up actually helps me because of how much I'm struggling with school and also at home. I'm actually the type of person who isolates whenever I'm struggling. I tend to cope with it by sleeping or listening to music and all kinds of stuff. It helps me so much because it gave me reassurance that I can rest whenever I feel tired. I can pause and stop for a moment before I continue with my problems. I don't hear any motivation or words of affirmation from my family, so the homily really helped me. It helped me to have a different mindset that just because I failed, just because I feel alone, and just because I struggle with my problems alone doesn't mean that I should give up.
Is there a situation where you almost give up because of exhaustion or disappointment? How did it feel at that moment?
There have been a lot of situations wherein I wanted to give up. May it be because of my family, school, relationships, or myself. During those moments, I felt really exhausted, disappointed, frustrated, and just really wanted to let it all out. All I wanted to do during those times was to cry for help from my parents and also from God.
Have you ever felt like you were carrying your struggles alone and wish for a sign or reminder that you're not alone?
Yes, there have been a lot of times where I felt like I was struggling alone. I don't tell anyone about my struggles or whatever I'm going through because I've always thought that they wouldn't care. Honestly, during those moments, I wished for someone to be there for me, someone that could listen and comfort me. For me, God gave me a lot of signs that I wasn't alone. He gave me someone who always listens to my problems and thoughts. He gave me someone who always tells me how great I'm doing. Someone who helps me with my everyday struggles. They became my support system. But despite all those signs and reminders, I still felt like I was alone. I never believed that anyone could ever love me and be there for me. My mindset has always been, if they saw your flaws, your struggles, they wouldn't love you. They won't care enough or they won't listen to whatever you're going through.
Thank you for sharing. I'd like to leave you with Father Joel's quotation, and I hope that you can apply it in your everyday life. Some doors are not locked, you just need to push them. Opportunities may seem blocked off or impossible to reach, but they're often not as difficult as they look. You may just need a little effort or initiative to realize the path is open. It's a reminder to not assume every closed door is not final, rather a temporary obstacle that you can move with persistence. Thank you again, Naomi.